Good morning and happy full moon. Welcome, 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 Amanda. Thanks for
Hi.
being here.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we have someone else joining us, most likely, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this started, and then we'll keep this going because I wanna cover a lot of this. It's on time. Um, I'm here today to move timelines forward. The mother wound being called needs a lot of healing, and this healing is going to just change everything about us, right? If we can do that. How I know Mother's Day was yesterday. How was your Mother's Day yesterday?
It was good. I did my flow. I did a ceremony, went to that ceremony, and yeah, my mom and I are not on good terms right now. But I was really tuning into the Divine Mother frequency and how the that frequency is like the mother energy of the womb, and our every mother who's ever held a child is like the frequency of the womb, and then the Mother Earth who holds all of her children unconditionally and with so much love and so much compassion. And I and just how she wants us all to remember how loved we are.
Mm. Did you say that you're not in good terms with your mom right now?
Yeah, no, we're not. She's looping and she's upset.
Okay. Yeah. So I can relate with that. I can also relate to my vision that it's part of the healing process.
Hmm.
And we're going to, we're
How
going
was your
to,
Mother's Day?
mine was, I basically spent all day uh, cleaning up shadows in the house, just being a spiritual being in my own home, in my mother's home, because yeah, she's definitely not connected with me, and it's not even with me, it's with herself and those parts of her that
Mm,
she hasn't really tapped into yet. She's still avoiding that and denying that. That's what I'm getting. It's like a denial. And that's being reflected on me right now because, in a way, as I've been on my twin flame journey, I noticed that I'm in some type of denial about the connection. Um, I met my twin flame on the new moon, and as much as I am trying to be in love, trust, and faith, there's this denial that keeps showing up about love, trust, and faith. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the mother wound because it's being reflected back to me through my mom. So they're our greatest teachers for sure. We're their greatest teachers too, but it goes both ways. And this is part of the journey. I know in my heart of hearts and in my higher wisdom that this is just part of the journey.
hmm.
So yeah, I can't wait to see what happens after today. We're literally on the full moon, which is essentially what I call surgery day. This is a spiritual surgery. So these are things that are showing up so that we can heal them. If they weren't meant to be healed, we wouldn't even be noticing them.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So they're showing up to be healed. They're doing what they're doing to be healed.
Yeah, I've been in just like I feel like it's with my mom, it's like hopeless, you know?
Mm. So that's when we need to step back into love, trust, and faith.
Hmm.
Because that energy of hopelessness, we're going to attract that. We're
In the
going to,
manner.
yeah, and us and them, and especially in them, if we project that energy to them, that's what they're going to receive from us when we have the power to give them what they are lacking in a way. Just like a partner, just like what we're seeking in our ideal partner, and whether you want to call it twin flame, life partner, soulmate, they always have something that we can balance, and vice versa. Um, Even though we can feel complete, there's still that give and take, and that constant giving and receiving that needs to be in flow. But if we're giving hopelessness, then we're receiving hopelessness back.
Mm,
And it's easier said than done, but even just saying it and acknowledging it and recognizing it is we're going to win.
mm-hmm,
We're going to win. Like, if you want this relationship to be healed, it can be,
mm-hmm.
if you want it. So
Yeah.
I see my mom stepping into a whole new version of herself. I see that. And maybe that version of herself requires for her to be in denial about, me being her daughter and her being my mother, because we're in such different, spiritually different growth. We're just in different timelines. But if we can start co-creating and being in the same energy, we can actually meet eye to eye if we keep working at it. This is not this goes for any relationship. This goes for, our children, our friends, our family, like any relationship we want to co-create with. It's never going to be perfect because they're not us and we're not them. And it's exactly why they're showing up in our life, to help us grow and to who we are meant to be.
Mm-hmm. How are you doing that with your mom? Because I feel like when I try, there's so much, it seems like it's almost like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with all her.
Yeah, and you don't have to, honestly. You really don't have to deal with all of that. Um, my hope is to really just reach a healthy relationship, because I chose her as my mother for a reason. And it's not just to be in rejection or denial of her for the rest of my life. I don't see that it's still part of me. It's
So
a part
here's
of,
what I was tuning into, yeah, yesterday too, is like the mother frequency is the frequency of nurturing, right? It's like how we relate to nourishment, how we receive nourishment, how we give nourishment to others, because the mother is all about, it's the womb, it's, you birth, and then there's the breast, so that you're feeding off of your mother's breast, you're receiving milk. And so if the relationship was chaotic, or there wasn't that reciprocity of the mother nurturing the child, there is like a wound around actually being nourished and allowing oneself to feel nourished, to feel belonging, and like we belong here, and that there's like deep nourishment that can be had and experienced in life. There'll be like a rejection or a denial of that as well, if that was a distorted frequency in the connection between the mother and the children.
okay, yeah. Um, and this is something that happened in the past, correct?
Yeah, it's just the energetic. It's more of an energetic, in the energetic realms of nourishment, and how one lets oneself feel or be nourished in relationship with the earth, with food. It's like the mother is nourishment. Like we live on planet the mother, and like she nourishes us, right? With her rivers, with her ocean, with the sun. It's all a certain level of nourishment. But with our birth mother, if that wasn't there, it distorts the rest of one's field, or one's like rising into growing up, right? Over the years, their level of how they give and receive nourishment,
So,
and being able to mother others, like opening our heart to be in the mother frequency, right? Like how do we mother each other as sisters, as friends? Like it's an energy, right? So like being in that mother energy is like, we sometimes then have a hard time with that. Like, no, I can't open my heart to mother someone. Because the mother is the mother. That's what she does. Like Mother Earth loves all of her children. She doesn't say like, yo, you did this, you did that, like you're wrong. Like I'm not going to produce fruit for you today, or I'm not going to give you like an opportunity to rest your body on my, you know what I mean? There's like this unconditional, compassionate love.
Yeah. So the best way that we can heal
And
that.
we're robbed of that, is what I mean, right? Like we don't have that with our birth mother. So
Mm,
it's like it's painful, right? Because those frequencies and energies that should be present within a mother and child dynamic from the first womb we came out of are not. They're not there. So it's like that it's it's a challenge, I think. Yeah, like dismissing and honoring the firstborn mother, and then almost like reintegrating into the true mother, which is like the divine mother, the energy and frequency of divine mother, and then also Mother Earth.
yeah, definitely. So we didn't have that in the past, right? It wasn't there in the past from the stories that we're telling right now. From what we perceive Mother Earth to be nourishing and nurturing and caring and all of that, from our perception, we didn't get that. We didn't receive that.
Right, because they didn't receive it. So how could they give it to us? That's what you call generational trauma,
Yeah.
ancestral trauma passed down.
So, in order for us to have a rebirth today, we get to go back to that story within our body because that's really where it's manifesting and creating. We can create any reality we want today, but if we're creating that reality from that story, then we're
Mm.
just continuing to co-create that story. But if we can go back in time in our body and see what that story actually was and in that real time, without our judgment, without just an observant, we can now shift it and have a rebirth today and start shifting that new future that we do
Yes.
want as as
Yes.
as that as that mother that we never had. And we can still be that. We can still be that. We can still release that part of us that says I didn't get that because somehow we're here and we are whole and complete and perfect, really
Hmm.
capable, perfectly capable of creating any reality that we want. So shit, how powerful is that?
Yeah, that's super powerful
So
when it's
clearly, there's something about our stories, because I have the same story, that is not true. It's not 100% true, and it shouldn't be shaping us into any lack of nurturing and caring and being these like super incredible mothers that we can be for ourselves and for the people around us in the world. Like there is literally nothing except for our own story right now in our body that is holding us back from being that. So we can change that today and we can have a rebirth.
let's have it. Let's have it.
Because I know you, Amanda, you're so powerful and you're so wise and you're so nurturing and caring and loving. Like you already have all of those things. So clearly there's something in our stories that it's not true.
Right. Yes.
So let's release that energetics within us and
Hmm.
bring it back into a new shape.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh. And just to, for anybody else that's going to be watching this, my name is Denise. I'm a transformative nurse coach and a Reiki master. I'm a retired nurse too. And I started this journey 4 years ago as I went through um, a program for nurses to become transformative nurse coaches. This is when COVID had was going on, and I was in complete disarray. I had just given birth. I had moved into a new house. My marriage was falling apart. I don't want to be married anymore. I didn't realize back then that I was in a completely different energetic state than my husband at the time. And I was saying things and communicating things that he just couldn't understand. We just could not communicate. And this had been going on for years. It wasn't new. But that birth, that me giving birth to my son, um, I felt like there was something that I couldn't do. I felt like I was trapped inside my own body, inside my own mind, and that I was going to be recreating for him what happened to me. And there was nothing that I could do because up until that point, I had been avoiding having given birth. And there's nothing I could do anymore because I somehow gave birth to a child. And when I would look at him and all I saw was love, love, and this new creature that was growing into a world that I did not feel was a safe world to live in at all. I didn't really understand why I felt that way, but part of it was society. You know, I didn't want him to be around growing up in a society where he was told lies, where he grew up believing that the world was this fearful, angry place to live, that you had to be protected of everything. And you know, we do live in a very still right now, still live in a very fearful world. Very A lot of bad things are here, but then there's also a lot of good things. And
Mm-hmm.
in this transition, I have learned that the bad and the good must coexist to create this new reality that we do need to create. It's up to us to create, and we get to create it. And this is part of the journey. I mean, this is some really powerful stuff that I have learned that I had no idea I could do 6 years ago. And we are literally co creating with energies all the time without realizing it. So the more in tune we come with our wounds and why they're showing up, and that the fact that they're not balanced to our highest truth, the more we can create this paradise, the more we can balance the good and the bad to continue to elevate through our chakras, through our timelines, from the roots that we were born in
Mm.
to our childhood years, to our teenage years, to our adult life, and into our heart, which is the gateway to that higher realm. But our heart tends to close off because you can't enter the higher realm if you're not pure, if you're not clean, if you don't have like good energy. And it's true. Love can't exist, if it's anger and there's sadness and there's fear. Love cannot exist if there's fear.
Mm-hmm.
So we can help fear turn into love by releasing the fear and releasing these stories from our roots and transforming those stories into new energies of love. And then we can ascend into that new version where we are actually co creating a new reality with God. So, pretty powerful stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Part of that is to heal our mother. I mean, part of this yin and yang that we have, the good and the bad, um, our masculine energy and our feminine energy. Masculine energy is going to be on our right side, and the feminine energy is going to be on our left side. So we can be aware as we are going into the meditation of where things are showing up in our bodies. And when I say,
Mm-hmm.
on your right side or your left side, what needs to come together to create a new story that's co-creating, not working against each other, making one bigger or better than the other one, but actually being unified.
Yes, I really love that. I love that you said that too, like really being paying attention to the body. and the signals it's giving us. I'm not always like yesterday, my left arm was tingling when I was thinking about something, and I don't even remember, like I didn't take full note of like what that was, you know?
Yeah, and there's a reason for that tingling. Tingling is usually an alarm. We have all these alarms in our bodies that are constantly trying to speak to us, but it's so deep within us. We have so much wisdom in our bodies that if we don't tune in meditation, or even just slowing down and just asking ourselves what's going on in there, and we don't listen, we don't hear the message. And sometimes the message comes from outside, like our parents or whoever is around us. And then they're telling us the message in their perception, in their perspective, in their awareness, not ours. So that's why meditation is so powerful, because we get to tune into our story, our truth, our perception. And whereas from the outside, the energetics could be different, right? It's not our voice. So we push it away, we deny it, we like, this is hopeless, I'm never going to hear it. They're never going to hear me, I'm never going to hear them. But we know that change comes from within. So that story is bullshit. There's no hopelessness. There's totally hope. So let's create what we do want to happen. So hmm, let's slow down. I'm having some cacao, and if you have anything that you want to drink, any tea, or any water or any cacao yourself, feel free to have some right now to help open up the heart even more. But I'm drinking it, so my magic is activated so that I can transfer my magic to you. So we're good. That's thank you, cacao. So we're gonna go in if you're ready, and we're gonna do this by getting comfortable, by sitting up. Let's sit up, or you could lay down if if you're really wanting to lay down on a full moon day. I've already done a lot of meditating today for like 2 hours, to be honest. I had to move a lot of energy. So I'm pretty energized. I'm pretty clear right now. And so I understand if you need to lay down, or if you could sit up, you can have your back straight. And let's just start to tune in to our body by tuning into our breath, which is our anchor. Taking in a deep breath in through your nose, expanding your lungs, and then breathing out through your mouth. And reconnecting back to our source, to our energy, to our body. Taking in another deep breath in and breathing out. Breathing in one more time through your nose and breathing all the way out. Just starting to connect with your breath, connecting with your heart, the center of your chest, noticing that space, noticing what's there. Giving it a little bit more attention. If you need to breathe a little deeper, letting out anything that can feel tight in the heart space, and becoming the observant of your inner world here, tuning out the outer world just for the next 15 minutes. You're not going to miss anything. In fact, you're going to create so much more in this time by tuning into your breath, tuning into your body, and noticing any resistance, noticing any tingling sensations, and really noticing that this is normal right now. exactly where you are. Let's breathe in love and let's breathe out love. Let's breathe in trust and let's breathe out trust. Let's breathe in faith. Let's breathe out faith. And noticing how your body feels after that, after resetting with love, trust, and faith, and what kind of sensations you're feeling in your body. Really just noticing, because there's a lot going on in your body. There's a lot of you. You are a lot. You're a very complex and wonderful machine. This God's greatest creation. We tend to forget, but we are God's greatest creation. We are our mother's greatest creation, co-created with God. And as we're tuning in, we're allowing the right side to connect to the left side. And we're asking our bodies to do this, asking the right side, our masculine, to connect to our left side, our feminine, connecting both sides of us. From our roots to our heart. Maybe placing one hand in your lower belly and one hand in your heart, and actually connecting that root to the heart. Taking a deep breath in and letting go of any resistance and recognizing that we have full control. Breathing in and letting go of any fears that can be interfering with that connection from our root to our sacral. And with your next breath, connect your sacral to your solar plexus. And on the next breath, we connect our solar plexus to our heart. And then we're going to be brave to connect our heart to our throat. We're good, we're safe, we're healed, we're pure, we're sacred. Today, right now, exactly where we are. And letting go of any beliefs that get in the way of that truth. You are your mother's greatest creation, co-created with God and the entire universe, had to come together for something so perfect like you to be born. So we allow our heart to connect to our throat. With each breath, we're connecting to our higher realm, to our higher self, to our higher truth. And from our throat, we connect that to our third eye, our vision. Not only can we feel, hear, sense our truth, but we can see it too. And we can connect that to our crown, our direct connection to our source, to our infinite energy. As we're here, we're going to call on our higher self to show us this deeply rooted mother wound that is wanting to be seen, it's wanting to be acknowledged. We're just going to notice where this is coming up in our body. This can take a few minutes, it can take a few breaths, or you can feel it right away. It can feel like a pinch. It can feel like straight up pain trying to surface. And very likely it's not going to come from your heart. And it will likely come from your roots. So from your lower back, on your left side, and just breathe. You're safe. We're going to call on any angels on our spirit team and our higher self to show us, to gently guide us into seeing this wound, to accompany us into this part of us within that needs to be balanced, that needs to be, it needs to come up, to be co-created, to be connected with our right side, our masculine side. And just noticing what comes up. Continue to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Your breath can get you deeper into your truth, into your root, into your wisdom. It's all within you. It's all inside of you. You are this ancient, ancient wealth of information. And these wounds, especially on a full moon, come up to be healed. And you are your own healer so that you can help heal the world. So do not fear. You are safe. You are whole. You're fully protected. Breathe through your nose into your body, giving it a new life. allowing it to come up to the surface safely. Continuing to breathe. And are you able to unmute yourself? So right here, right now, I'm gonna tune into my wound and ask it, how can I be more nurturing, more caring, more loving in order to co-create a new reality that serves my highest good? And let's listen. You may feel your ears ringing as they open up to your highest information that's trying to come through. And really noticing where that wound is pulling out of. For me, it's in my lower back. It's almost attached to the top of my cheek, my cheekbone on the back. And it's really, really deep in there. So I'm going to continue to breathe and hold it so that I can reach. I'm trying to guide my breath into that area that needs oxygen, clearly, that has not received oxygen in a very, very long time. It has not received attention in a very long time. So I'm breaking through. I'm breaking through within myself, gently nurturing my own wound, being patient with my own wound, recognizing that it's there. And I'm going to use my hands and place them over that area where my wound is, in the back and in the front. And it should feel hot. And through our hands, we have this extra healing energies that can go within our bodies to aid our healing, our own healing. As we heal ourselves, we help others heal. As we raise our vibration, we help others raise their vibration. This is the best way to do it. Tending to our own self. And this wound can very much be there just for this exact moment to happen, to take place, so that we can learn to nurture ourselves, to care for ourselves in the ways that we are fully capable of doing. These are gifts given to us at birth by our mother, by God. So I feel the heat is still in my back, it's still in my front. And as long as the heat is there, it's still working. We're going to keep it there. We're going to continue to breathe. Until our hands go cold. And you can feel these energies. I can feel my energy going up my left side. It's still there. It's still painful. But I can see it's trying to go up to my heart. And I'm going to allow it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's wonderful energy. It's beautiful, powerful, powerful energy that I am receiving from my mother. The wounds that she may have experienced too, and she was not able to heal. So we can also, and crying is okay because energies are rising. And this is also how we release. This is also how we know that we are alive in our body. And we are 70% water. So tears are a way for us to know that our energy is actually being released. Every time we cry, that's gold, golden energy. My hands are still hot. I'm still feeding energy into this wound. I'm still healing myself here. So I'm going to continue to breathe. I'm learning to nourish myself. I'm learning to nurture myself as my own mother. She gifted me this power, this energy. Her responsibility was to birth me with all of these gifts that I already came with. I chose this. I remember. I chose this, and I chose her with these wounds to help me do exactly what I'm doing right now for myself, because I'm not just healing her wound, I'm not just healing my wound. I'm creating a whole new reality. I'm creating a whole new version of me that is going to be able to create anything that she wants. Breathe. Connect to the wind within you. Connect to that fire. See that that wound is now showing up as fire. And there's water flowing out of me. So I have water inside of me. I have fire inside of me. I have wind inside of me. And I have Mother Earth within me. Thank you. Thank you. I have everything I need inside of me to co-create a new reality. And I thank my birth mom for giving me this, for sharing her fire with me. Thank you. I will use it for my highest good, for the highest good of all. Thank you. My leg is still hot, but it's no longer just in my lower back. I can feel it in my lower leg now. So tingly. So I'm going to guide any energies that need to go into the ground, to be released on the ground, to strengthen my roots. And I'm going to visualize these roots expanding and growing all around me, visualizing an energy of light completely surrounding me and in all of the areas, forward, to the sides, going across, completely surrounding me until I create the entire earth shape around me. And as the roots grow from my legs outward, these roots go all around this earth that is surrounding me. These roots expand so long. And I invite any further energies that need to be released from within me that were passed on, that I no longer need in this moment, to go into the roots, to nourish this growth, and allow me to empty any excess energy that it's not in my highest good right now, leaving me with exactly what I need to create the abundance of love, trust, and faith that I'm wanting to create. What was my intention on the new moon 2 weeks ago? Help me remember. Help me remember, Mother. What was my intention? In this lunar cycle, in this flower moon, in this Scorpio full moon, what are we creating? What are we co-creating with God, with the angels, with our spirit team, with our higher self? Help me remember. And we listen. We allow the energies to move through with trust, love, and faith. How is your breath? How can you help this energies move? Taking in a deep, deep, deep breath at the count of 4 and holding it for 4 and releasing for 4 and holding it for 4 and breathing in again and holding it, holding it, holding it and breathing out and holding it, holding it, holding it. Coming back to our natural breath, to our nature, to our mother's nature, to be nurturing, to be loving, to fuel ourselves with our own medicine. Noticing how this feels in your body, but also good it feels to be your own medicine, to be able to heal yourself. How powerful are you? How powerful did your mother make you? Thank you. Thank you, Mother. I see you. I see you holding back so that I can grow into who I came here to be. I see you holding back from nurturing me and loving me because you've already nurtured and loved me so much that I need to learn that for myself. Thank you for being my guide, for being such a powerful power source. How are you feeling, Amanda?
I'm feeling really good. Yeah, I'm moving through some stuff. That's really beautiful. The last part.
I see you, Mother. I see what you're trying to do for me. I am not hopeless. I hear your guidance. I see my own power through yours. I'll never be blind to my power again. I'll never be blind to your love again. I'm feeling my heat, and it's no longer in my lower back anymore. It's now straight up in my under my rib cage. I want to tune in and give some love to that part of my body that needs healing. It's the liver. Our liver, which detoxes, which releases any toxins, any hormones that we no longer need or that we have too much of. Our liver needs healing. And as women, when our liver is clogged, when our liver needs healing, it can't produce new hormones. It needs to flush out, it needs to be cleared. So let's ask for guidance to release anything from our liver that needs to be released, to balance out any hormones here that need to be balanced out, releasing any limiting beliefs of aging, of not being able to birth, of not being able to rebirth ourselves, not being able to birth anything that we want, whether it's a life in a physical form or our life's creation, our life's purpose. Air's coming through me, going up. We can create beautiful things. We can nurture our creation. We can love our creation in any form that it takes, in every form that it takes. Because as we heal, we remember that we are always in creation, in co-creation. Feel your power as you release anything that's blocking your power. As you release any fears that could be clogged, blocked in this part of your body. Thank you, Mother. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for nurturing me. I see you. I see your efforts. I see your love. It's not in vain. I see you. I see everything you've done for me. Well, thank you.
What do you mean when you say it's not in vain?
Everything they did for as long as they were capable of doing what they needed to do for us, what they felt they needed to do for us. They don't owe us anything, but they gave us everything. Even if we don't need it right now, we can send it back to our roots. Every single thing they gave us, every single energy they passed on to us was not in vain. There's a purpose. And you can do this until you feel complete. I'm gonna rub my palms together because I feel complete right now. And allow any energies that do not serve me right now to go back to its creator, to go back to the roots, to go back to the light for balance, for love, trust, and faith, allowing God to create what it needs within, releasing any responsibility that is not ours anymore. In my hand, there's so much energy going through it right now, it's literally paralyzed. And if I was unconscious, I would think my hand is paralyzed, but it's not. There's energy flowing through it. And I need to allow the energy to flow where it needs to because I just commanded it to do something. I just commanded my own energy to be released from me and to be transmuted into exactly what it needs to be for balance. So if that energy is taking its time to flow through me, I must be patient to get what I need, to get the balance that I deserve and that I'm seeking. So patience, love, care, and nurturing for who I am, for where I come from, and for where I'm going. While I do this, I'm not only jumping into the timeline that I want, that I'm manifesting, but I'm also releasing any guilt, any shame that tells me that I'm not good enough, that I'm not nurturing, that I'm not loving. And that all is very, very deeply rooted. It had been stored in there all these years. God knows how long. Just so that today, in this moment, I can create exactly what I need for my future, for my rebirth, for my balance, for my ascension into my highest self, into the energy of love, which is the highest vibration I could reach. And not everybody gets there. Not everybody's willing to have the patience, the love, and the care that is needed to reach this. But my mother gave me this power. My mother gave me these energies. God gifted this to me when I was born. And I'm just now learning to use it. releasing any guilt, any shame about that. I'm exactly where I need to be because there's so much ahead of me, so much road ahead of me to create, to enjoy, to bring in pleasure, excitement, and all the love that I'm ready to receive, all the abundance. My birthright. I'm still feeling the energy all the way from my legs flowing up. And I'm not stopping it, even if it hurts a little bit in my lower back. I'm allowing my breath to allow the energy to continue to flow. It's starting to feel a little tingly, which means we're almost done. We're almost reaching what we came here to do. I can almost feel pleasure there now, where there was pain. I can feel the pleasure of the tingling sensation. And I want to invite that into my right side because now I'm going to co-create that pleasure that I'm feeling on my left side, on my right side. I want to be balanced. And being patient with this as it moves through me, the energies. If I stop the flow, I'm going to create a blockage once again, as if there was anything else for me to do, but to focus on exactly what I want to create before I created, before I manifest something else that I don't want. I'm going to sit here and feel what I feel. Let the energy flow through me until it feels right on my left side and my right side. I'm seeking balance. I'm asking for balance on my left side and my right side. I'll be patient. Thank you. My left side still feels way more pleasurable right now than my right side. I need that same sensation on my right side. Thank you. I'm starting to feel the balance, and it's happening through my heart. It's happening. It had to come all the way to my heart because that's our gateway. That's our portal. And it's coming all the way to my heart and it's pouring into my right side. Energy goes where it needs to go. We can speed up our breathing to help it go a little faster. So I feel that balance. I'm going to slow down. I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Gonna let it flow. And I'm gonna use my left hand, which feels really cold right now, which means I'm done. And hover over my right side of my chest and allow that energy to come into my right side, asking guidance from my higher self to allow me to balance my right side. Keeping my right palm upward and my left palm hovering over my right side. Or you can place it right on your skin, but you can also hover to feel the energy. So whichever one you choose, it's okay. You're still going to have the transfer of energy. For me, it's a matter of feeling my aura, feeling my energetic field. Now it's feeling really intense. I can feel that transfer of energy. And a sneeze too. Ah, all normal. Release. Now my right side is starting to feel very tingly. And I feel complete. You can keep going with this. I have a lot of healing to do. And right now, let's come back for some integration of what just happened, of where we're at, seeing if there's anything else that needs to be balanced, if you feel complete. Bring your palms together, the center of your chest, creating an energy ball. Let's just clean our aura from our crown all the way down. And from the root up. Air coming through as I do this. And you may continue this process today for as long as you need, connecting with your energy. This is so pleasurable if you have time your day to keep doing this, to keep nurturing yourself, to keep loving on yourself, to keep balancing yourself. Some somatic release here by caressing our shoulders, feeling the sensation on that left side, that acceptance of what we're doing. We don't have to do everything today. But we do have to know that this is the way to keep going. So this feels so good. Continue to nurture yourself, continue to love on yourself. And right now, let's come back and do some journaling. Let's see what other wisdom our body has for us, our higher self has for us. And the prompt here is to, how can I nurture myself? Let this come from your higher self. And today, how can I nurture myself today? This is going to tell you what you need today in order to reach balance throughout your day. And this takes up your day, taking care of you. What is it that you can do today to nurture yourself? And just let the pen write. And then the next prompt that we have is, how am I already nurturing, caring, and loving as a mother to myself? How am I already nurturing, caring, and loving as a woman? Would you want to share how you're feeling now after that spiritual surgery that you just had and what the new story you want to create for yourself is?
Yeah, I feel like a lot more space has opened up in my body and in my energetic field. And that the new story is knowing that I am loving and nurturing and provided for in all ways. And that as I heal my relationship to my mother, I have that connection to the Earth Mother as well.
Do you feel that in your body as a truth?
Yeah, definitely more. A part of
When
me just wants to like go and like be in the womb.
a part of you wants to be in the womb?
Yeah, like I was like, it would be amazing to do like a dark retreat where you sit in a black room for 3 to 7 days.
Mm, wow. And you can do that.
How are you feeling?
I feel very liberated, much more connected to my mom's actual power and divinity that I have been denying within myself and within her. I can almost feel her anger dissipating and transforming into a release because she has finally done her job energetically. Because I did this work on myself today. It's like something that I we couldn't move forward until I did this for myself. Um, she didn't know how else to explain to me what I needed to do. She didn't know how to even tell me that this could be done. But energetically, her higher self has been trying to guide me to this moment. And I know when I see her today, it's going to be a completely different version of her because she's going to have that energetic release within her too of self-awareness of what she that she has done her work, that she has done her job correctly, and feels like triumph. So I'm excited. I'm excited to recognize her for what she's done for me.
That is powerful. That is
Yeah.
really, really potent and powerful. Clearing it. That's like, wow. I
And I
want to
feel like,
follow. I want to follow up when you see her, like how she feels.
yeah, we'll see. I'm sure. What about you? Did you feel any different with your mom? Or is this just fully about, like the work that you can do for yourself? Because there's nothing else to do with your mom, but more about what you need to do for yourself.
Yeah, I think that I feel a little bit different, but like I need somehow I feel like there needs to be more work done.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always more work to do. And
I
we,
think if you're recording this, I'll go back over it and really like tune in with her more, you know?
yeah, I'm recording this and I can send you the recording when we're done here.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you brought this to the table because I feel like it's definitely something that's going on right now for our collective feminine, you know?
Yeah, grow
And
into our
like
power.
you being in your mom's space and then I'm living in my mom's home.
No surprises there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like
No coincidence.
if I was in my own home when you would have came to be with me, I would have been like, sure, sure, of course. You know how, but those are energies. Like I feel like those are her energies. Like they're not actually my energies. And I'm so used to them. I don't know if that makes sense. Like because I'm so intertwined in her space, it's her
Mm,
home that energetically I've taken on a lot of her energies that are actually not even mine.
yeah, that's huge because what that does for us is we're essentially taking on other people's energies, and that's probably happening like in our entire day and our entire life. Picking up other people's stories, picking up other people's destinies instead of our own. So it derails us. And once we can recognize that difference or release when what is not ours, then we're not doing that over and over because that loop, that cycle, it becomes karmic, and we pick up on other people's karma. That's something that I have been releasing too. The fact that for such a long time, I was picking up on other people's karma, taking on their pain, taking on their hurt. And it's because it was actually happening inside of me and it was just coming to the surface. And that's the wound, that's the shadow. Why is that there? Now we know where it comes from. Now we know why it's there. Now we know why we have it. And now we know what we can do with it.
Can you repeat that last part?
Just recognizing that we're taking up on other people's energies and not our
Yes,
own.
yes, yes, sis. My friend just said that the other day to me too. She's like, I ride other people's excitement, and when I check in with myself, it's like not even my own, you know? Like it was like I didn't want to do the event, but someone else did, and like I needed actual to rest. And yeah, energy hygiene is like crazy.
Crazy important.
Yeah, I have to be honest, I'm feeling a little like I don't know. How are you feeling after having sex with that guy, your twin?
After coming in contact with my twin,
Yeah. Like, how's your body feeling?
I'm having a Kundalini activation a lot throughout the day, at night. Um, I can feel the Kundalini rising, and we get to teleport energies as if he was here, right next to me. I can almost see him. I can feel his energy. I can feel his love, and I can feel him pushing me to do what I need to do for myself so that we can really come into union. But this is already union. Like it's already a union. It's almost like we're already united. And when I stop denying that because of the reality that he's not literally here with me, and I just tune into his essence and his energy and how that's helping me create my own destiny and release these things that create entanglement and create, because then what would happen is if we come together, um, I would just be taking on his life again or taking over instead of creating my own as he's creating his own, and then we can come together. But this entanglement is that I have within myself doesn't allow for someone else to come because I'm not me. I'm me with so many parts of me that don't need to be part of me right now. So there is definitely work to be done, and this is part of that work. This is part of speeding up that. I would not be surprised if I get a phone call from him today. And my right ear is ringing like I can't wait to call you either. Can you please get this done?
Wow.
Yeah, there's no ego. It's just like the same thing that my mom was doing for me, just holding off all these years for me to do what I needed to do for myself, for me to recognize that I can heal my own mother wound, that I can release. And I've already been doing this, but even just doing this with you, for the world, like being able to do this for other women. This is who I am. And recognizing that, like that was my journey, like to come back to myself, by myself, through myself. It's part of the journey. Nobody can do it for me. And if they tried, which they probably have, I would reject that because that's not what I chose for my spiritual growth. So we can move forward with love, trust, and faith today.
Yes, sister, thank you. That was like really potent and powerful. And I feel so much more better, more tuned in tune.
If you want, if it comes up, I would love to be able to do this in a group today.
Online.
Yeah, we could do it online or in person. If you're here in Miami, um, yeah, we could do it online actually. We could do it again online. I can use making some money. I don't even have money to charge my car right now.
Oh wow, yeah, we gotta get that. That's gotta be fixed.
Yeah, I have like zero money. And I think there's a lot of people that need this today on the full moon, energetically done. And we can also talk about that 3 to 7 day retreat. That's super doable. It's something that I've been planning for a while. It could be like a full silence and just meditation, meditation, meditation. Clean water, clean food, cacao, and bringing in what's needed, massages, things like that. Just releasing, 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 and processing. On the full moon, it's very powerful, and tomorrow is going to be very powerful too. And I call this day one of the full moon. It's like surgery day. And then tomorrow is surgery day, post op day one, post op day two, and post op day three. So that could definitely lead us to, 3 to 7 days of a retreat with, women that can come with their kids if they want to. We could talk about this for the next full moon. I think that would be a nice to do. Um,
Yeah, we can do that over Zoom too.
yeah, yeah, you were able to feel that.
Yeah,
And the goal too is to teach people to do that for themselves because
that's
everybody
like
can do it for themselves. Every woman is a healer, their own healer.
Mhm.
The more we can heal these wounds before, it doesn't need to be passed on to the children, but even when they do get passed on, they can also be balanced. And that's what they just, it needs to be balanced, put in the right place. This is ancient information that shows up for me where it needs to go. And then the higher self can also guide us, and the angels can guide us too.
Hmm.
Yeah, we have a lot of people here in the room right now. If you don't see them, they're with you. So thank you.
All the
You're
teams.
around
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
And yeah, what are you doing after this?
After this, I was planning on going back towards Boca to get some things done there, get the dog out. Um, maybe do manja tonight. I'm not sure.
Mm, okay, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, my love, what are you doing?
I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I want to meditate more, honestly, too.
Yeah, a day like today. So for like the full moon of next month, I definitely want to be able to have a retreat for like the full moon. Even like before to prepare, a day
Uh-huh.
before to prepare, and then the day of, and then the 3 days afterwards, and then the last day would be like a final ceremony. So like a 7 day retreat, where people can
Yeah,
come 3 to 7 days.
people can come. Yeah, that's how I think the medicine right there.
I thought would be a nice place to do that at. That's where we were checking out the prices last time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they do everything, they do the food and everything so yeah, that would be the place for sure.
Mm, mm. So easy peasy.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful place, and they can come with their children there.
Uh-huh.
And then we can also set up like events um, on that day too, on the full moon. On top of like all the meditation and stuff like that, we can have an event. So we'll keep that between us for now.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, keep journaling, keep doing Reiki on yourself today, and let's see if we can create this retreat so that we can help more women. But
Yeah.
even today, if we can gather more women to do this again today, like I'm available to do this again
Okay,
today.
I will reach out to some sisters for sure.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this. And I'll send you the video.
Okay, Lovey. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Love you.
I love you
Ciao.
too. Okay, bye.
Bye.